Let's keep this winning streak going.
We want your time in the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having any issues at any time that needs to be addressed, then please text the word along with your issue and see our business at 55555. A member of our guest relations will respond to your concerns immediately. Attention, Dalmatian. We're doing another special giveaway at our next home game. The first 10,000 of you will take home your very own Warriors t-shirt.
And the players getting themselves into game mode with the tip-off just moments away. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for MP.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Martin is out there with Jackson, and it's Galloway in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Golden State, the athletic front court pair. Wiggins alongside Kuminga. Stephen Curry's out there with MP. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5. And through this early portion, Greg, of the season, we've had our fair share of surprises.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
Now, here's MP. Outside Curry. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant with it. Tries from 10. The kick out to Bane. Some nice passing there by Memphis. They get it back. And it's Morant missing.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
The team-first attitude of MP. Nice job sharing the ball.
For Memphis, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And so it's Memphis with it. The Warriors making the shot. Morant finds Bane. Pass to Galloway. 6 to shoot. Martin for 3. Rebound by Justice. And the league is still buzzing, Greg, about MP, registering a quadruple double.
One of the greatest all-around games in league history. MP is an incredible talent, and you know he'll put on another show here tonight.
To the paint.
Great delivery on the pick and roll. MP with a good sense of timing.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Grizzlies have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Outside, Martin. Inside. Pass to Bain. There's the triple. The shot missing. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bain evolve into a number 1 option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
And stolen by MP. And he lobs it up toward the rim, hammers the alley-oop through.
Great instincts from MP. He's shown great potential as a passer in his young career.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
Now here's Jackson. 23 points for him the last game against Milwaukee. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Curry outside. It's rebounded by Memphis. Now Morant. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And how about the rebounding, too? He was just all over the glass, and the other team had no answers for how to contain him.
Clock at 4 to stop the drought. And it's MP with the rebound. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, MP.
They say defense wins championships. Well, it also wins awards, and his defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hockey. You have to give it up to this man.
Here's Morant. The Warriors making the shot. And at the top of the key, Galloway. Outside Jackson. Pass to Bain. To the inside. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway has got his second basket of the night.
That's a great pass. Offensively, Bain's the total package.
Here's Jackson Davis. Back to MP. Kicks it out to Wiggins. MP outside. Golden State needs to get off a shot. They get it again. Kuminga makes it off the glass. Kuminga's got 5 now.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Morant passes to Galloway. Memphis moving it around. MP against Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And it's Martin missing. Here's Golden State. They're on a 17-4 run right now. MP outside. Curry outside. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 6 assists now in the game. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. It's a 16-point game. Jackson kicks to Bain. Pass to Morant. Tries it from the top of the key. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Yeah, look, Morant knows he can always find space for that jumper because defenders will always play at the drive.
And the dunk by MP.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. And MP throws it down.
What a sequence for the young MP. Showing great anticipation and then turning it into transition points.
Now, here's Bain. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense and easily connecting with ready shooters.
And stolen by MP. And MP throws it down.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
The Grizzlies trail by 20. Morant passes to Jackson. Now here is Martin. Morant outside. Shot clock at 6. Over MP. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Well, the defense is going to give Morant that shot. They're trying as hard as they can to defend the rim. That opens up the mid-range jumper.
Now here's MP. He turned in an outstanding game against Brooklyn.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Morant with it. Jackson Davis defending. Back to Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? We give Morant about an 11 there?
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. MP against Morant. Curry dishes to MP. Curry passes to Justice. Throws it up high.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by MP. Floats it up for Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
The Grizzlies trail by 20. Here's Morant. The Warriors pull it in. They are on a phenomenal run right now. 16 consecutive wins.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey guys, MP in the last game against the Nets played superb basketball. He had 56 points, and the points were just the start of it. He joined an elite few by walking away with a quadruple double. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Now, here's MP. And it's a great finish!
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Thompson kicks to MP. .106 left in the first quarter of the game. The shot by Thompson, no good. Bain with it, now defended by MP. Memphis has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. There's the lob to Jackson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Boy, Stan, think of it. How many teams could use the defensive versatility that Caleb Martin brings to a team into the floor?
Yeah, look, Kevin, he's capable of guarding 4 positions on the floor, plays a lot bigger than his size would indicate, and gives his team a lot of flexibility with rotations.
He brings such great energy, doesn't he, stand off the bench? I know he has started, but his bench play can really affect the game.
Yeah, and that's a great thing, too. He can start, come off the bench. This guy will give you whatever you need.
And the dunk by MP.
Well, when MP gets in the open floor on the break like that, watch out.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for Memphis. Pass to Barber. Right side, Martin. And Santos pulls it down.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Now Pajemski. And here is MP. 17 points in the game. Pajemski finds MP. It's tipped, and so it's MP making things happen for the Warriors. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We've got more in store for you right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition.
Connects again from distance.
And would you believe he's nearing 4th place for most three-pointers of all time?
I cannot believe it. Not only does he have the talent, but he never stops working on his shot. This guy is something else.
How about the confidence level with which Fultz plays? When he's close to the basket, he keeps his eyes focused on the rim at all times.
Justice the pass to Thompson. MP against Fultz. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside Williams. Fultz looking around. Tries from 10. It's rebounded by Golden State. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Well, they shot it well because of how selfless they were. You need that kind of chemistry and cohesion on the road.
It's good from long range.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And stolen by MP. Down low, Pajemski, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Reese Jackson Davis is checked in for Thompson. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Jackson finds Fultz. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Fultz has got 4 points in the quarter. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Justice, diving in, and MP throws it down.
And if you want to talk about liftoff, folks, he went right from the launching pad. Serious extended hang time there. Even at full speed, it looked like he was in slow motion. Just amazing.
Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters. That's just great vision from MP there. Always on the lookout.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. MP against Fultz. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Over Justice. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
And it's Wiggins missing. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Here's Fultz, and he's good on the three ball. Fultz has got 7.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
The Warriors shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Cunningham, he's checked in for Memphis. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Jackson looking around. Here's Fultz. 7 points in the game. 5 to shoot. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. And the dunk by Jackson.
And how about the vision of Fultz there? He's skilled at getting his teammates going with his passing.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Now, here's Fultz. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Right side Jackson. Pass to Fultz. Over MP, and it's Memphis with another.
And you got to get a hand up on Fultz. I mean, he continues to show improvement from the mid-range area of the floor.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the
Nabbing another steal.
In my opinion, this guy is the most disruptive defender in the league right now.
As evidenced by his march toward history, trying to make the top 5 for total steals in a season.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Fultz with the ball. Now defended by MP. Shoots over Curry. That's good from Fultz on the assist by Williams. Fultz has got 11 points.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
MP finds Kuminga. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high-percentage buckets.
Cunningham, a screen on MP. Fultz against MP. And that one, good. Fultz has got 13 points now in the quarter.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Justin. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh. Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
Jackson kicks to Williams. Pass to Fultz. The Warriors pull it in. MP's got his 6th rebound on the night. Curry fires from way outside. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
Bringing that 3-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Here's Barber. It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. Another shot. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And the Warriors making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you missed the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
And MP is letting his play do the talking. He is on one.
Morant passes to Bain. Jackson with it. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Galloway finds Martin. Clock at 6. There's the screen. Bain for three. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside for Curry. A three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
To the middle, here's Morant. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Curry for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Galloway has got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside, Bain. And here's Martin. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway has got 8 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
MP with it. 25 points in the game. That one goes in. MP's got 27.
Well, that's on the defense. How did they let MP get deep positioning like that?
Morant against MP to the inside. Now here is Martin. He's guarded closely. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And let's look now at which teams have been the hottest offensively for the past 10 games. The Warriors, number 1. In third, the Grizzlies.
And they may be getting it done in slightly different ways, guys, but both of these teams are putting up a ton of points.
MP deciding where to go with it. Clarkson kicks to MP.
2 minutes.
Pass to McBride. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Morant against MP. Morant passes to Galloway. Morant outside. Gets a hand on it. We've got 1:28 left now here in the second. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the drive and kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Here's Morant. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And you want to prevent Ja from driving to the rim, but you gotta also contest him at the mid-range and just hope it doesn't go in.
MP against Morant. MP kicks to Drummond. Now MP. 27 points for him. McBride. Bounce pass from Drummond. Morant against MP. Drummond with a screen on Morant. MP finds Drummond. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, physically attacking the rim is something Drummond does well, and the lob pass only makes it easier for him.
Morant looking around. Outside, Bain. And the 3 off target. The 3 from MP. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Where's the perimeter, D? I see no sense of urgency, and those boys are getting scorched.
Big fella, you might be able to guard the perimeter better right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's take a step back.
And let's move on to the... Thanks for joining us. Now let's...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You gotta give him credit.
The athletic front court pair. Wiggins alongside Kuminga. MP out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center position. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Morant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. So it's the Warriors now. Here's Curry with the 3, and Galloway pulls it down. Galloway has got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Bane against Curry. Kuminga, screen on Morant. MP finds Kuminga.
Smart pass by MP. Great to see a young player making the right decisions with the ball.
And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Pass to Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. For Memphis, they have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen...
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul. And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Will be reviewed. NBA rules. 3 minutes allowed to review the play.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Martin dishes to Galloway. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 9 at the line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Galloway hits both of them. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. To the paint. Back to MP. Pass to Kuminga. Fires from deep. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Kuminga. Curry's got 15 points.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Outside, Martin. They set the pick. Over Kuminga. And it's Martin missing.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And for Memphis, they're shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Morant passes to Martin. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Morant. Averaging about 27 points per, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is honed in on it.
Curry wide open, and a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Morant kicks to Bain. Back to Martin. Pass to Galloway. Shot clock at 5. Outside for Jackson. Off target from three-point range. The Warriors have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Kuminga sends a screen for MP. Back to Kuminga. And a wide open look for MP. Sinks the triple. MP's got 7 points for the quarter.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Morant passes to Galloway. Can they get it? And that one's good. Morant's got 13.
Well, keeping his composure against defensive pressure inside. Nice work there by Morant.
Curry against Bain. MP outside. Wiggins outside. Back to MP. Golden State moving it around. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski's coming in for Curry. And here's Jackson. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Galloway finds Morant. It's rebounded by Golden State. MP's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Kuminga, no good. Martin, the pass to Bain. Thompson against Morant. Down low. And finished off by Morant.
Well, this is one of those nights where Morant just decided to take over.
Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Martin against Kuminga. Martin kicks to Galloway. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bain. Shot, high post. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Warriors have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Back to Kuminga. Thompson for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. Morant passes to Bain. From downtown, good, and the nice assist from Morant.
3 points.
Morant's got 4 assists now tonight.
The defenses should always expect this from Bain. He's a skilled distance shooter.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Drummond's checked in for the Warriors. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Warriors, number 1. The Grizzlies, 4th.
And here we've got 2 teams shooting the ball so well on the season, and neither one hesitates to pull the trigger. This is a great matchup.
Well, you know, Bain came into this league a terrific shooter. Now he's a terrific scorer. He can do it all.
The 3 from Morant. MP grabs the miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Kojemski, and no good. Great D that time from Bain. Here's Morant. 15 points in the game. A kick out to Bain. Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. Pass to Jackson. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Thompson dishes to MP. Count that bucket. MP's got 9 points now in just the second half.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Inside. And the powerful one-handed slam.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
The drive by MP. And Kuminga throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Outside, Martin. There's a screen. To the inside. Here's Galloway. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Galloway has got 14 points for the game.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Here's Morant. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Now, here's MP. He has 38 in the game. And again.
And he's had it locked on automatic. The points now flowing.
And in fact, Greg, he's tied for 3rd most career 40-point games. This game is one certainly for the record books.
And to stand alongside the legendary Kobe Bryant, a spectacular feat. One I'm sure he'll cherish for a long time.
And Fultz gets it to go.
And love the mindset of Fultz. If he has daylight to shoot from the perimeter, he shoots with confidence.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. D-League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees, so the experiment was a success.
A huge success, D.A. Thank you. And it's Barber missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for MP. And with his incredible court vision, he's first in the league in assists per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Fultz kicks to Williams. Back to Fultz. Outside Williams. Pass to Barber. From beyond the arc. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Barber's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. MP against Fultz. Here's Podziemski. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Podziemski's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Warriors.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play here in the third. Jackson, a screen on MP. There's a lob to Jackson, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Fultz. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Warriors. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, Memphis in second place.
And I think for the Warriors, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone. Well, that's a smart play, taking advantage of the mismatch in close.
Drummond with a screen on Fultz. Out to Clarkson. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Clarkson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Fultz against MP. Count the basket.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
54 seconds left to play in the third. MP passes to Clarkson. That one doesn't drop. Williams with the defensive effort. Memphis has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Fultz against Clarkson. Fultz the pass to Barber. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And some changes here for the Warriors. Wiggins is checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And Stephen Curry is subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Cunningham's checked in. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Outside Curry. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Fultz against MP. Pass to Fultz. Jackson with it. Ring shot on the way. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Golden State Warriors, able to put on a show for the ages. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Right, mismatch. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the...
He's making some changes here. Timeout called the Warriors. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. .136 left here in the fourth quarter. Galloway, the pass to Martin. Here's Morant, covered by MP. Took him no time at all on that one. Morant's got 22.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
My goodness, that dunk from MP is usually what you see on the blacktop.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And it's Morant missing. And so MP will bring it up for the Warriors. .54 seconds left in the fourth. And the dunk by MP.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Bane with it. Pass to Martin. Back to Bane. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Morant for 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. MP outside. And it's Morant with the rebound.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating.
You're one of the only players to ever get a quadruple-double.